So I just got this Toro mower in, and the complaint was it would start sometimes, it would run for a little while sometimes, and kind of shut off, and then it would be hard to restart, and kind of just hit or miss on the running. I just tried starting it now. I couldn't get it to start, but I'll show you real quick what it's doing. We'll dig in, see what we can find, make sure it's got spark and compression. Hopefully, it's in good shape. Hopefully, it's just like a typical carb clean, but we'll find out. So I'm going to show you how it tries to start and doesn't, and then we'll dig in. All right, so that's about as best as I can get it to do. I let it sit for a little while. Sometimes it'll start back up for a few seconds, but won't run more than a few seconds. So what I'm going to do, since I know it has spark and compression since it sounded pretty good for a second, I'm going to go ahead and look right into the carburetor, the fuel, take a look at all that stuff in there. Probably seen a lot of videos like this before, but, a lot of different models, generally the same problems. First I'll do is get this cover off. There's two T25 Torx on the top here. Kind of lift forward. There's a little clip in the front here. You got to kind of push and lift. There it goes. There's this little clip here, and it just kind of hooks in there. You just got to kind of push down and lift up. I'm going to put a little clamp on the fuel line here. And we'll move this little fuel clamp back a little bit. We'll take these two 7mm screws off. And the two 8mm. And then this can come off. Now I want to get the tank up and out of the way because I want to check this fuel, but I got to remove the 3 bolts on top of this flywheel. So these are 8mm. Set that off to the side. This will lift straight up. There we go. So I'm going to check this fuel, make sure the gas tank's real clean. I see they have they had a zip tie kind of tied up on this auto choke. Not sure what that was, the purpose of that was. Could be part of the problem, but obviously they did it for a reason. So I'm going to cut that off, because that's what helps your engine start when it's cold. I mean, they had it tied back, which means they were trying to choke it off a little bit, which means they probably weren't getting enough fuel and letting it run with very little fuel by holding back the air. So that probably tells me that the carburetor's dirty inside, got some dirt in there or gummed up. So let's get this off. Just kind of tilt it sideways, get the governor off, and then forward to get the auto choke off. And now there's a O-ring and a little collar here. Don't want to lose those. Those got to go back on afterwards. Okay, let's take this to the bench, give it a good cleaning. All right, in the bottom here, 2 7mm bolts. Take a small screwdriver and wedge right underneath here until that seal pops. There we go. Pull that down. Well, this carburetor actually looks pretty clean inside the bowl. Let's look at the jets. We'll get underneath here. We'll pry up until that pops. Some fuel will run out. Here are our jets. That one looks good, but that one looks pretty clogged. So the one on the bottom here is open, but the one up here at the top is clogged. So we're going to clean that out. Generally speaking, you can use some carb cleaner and some forced air, but if you use forced air, be careful because you can shoot these jets across the room. I'm going to go in with a torch tip cleaner. There we go. Pushed right through real easy. Carb clean. Blow that off a little bit, but again, be careful not to get any of these jets to fly across the room. All right, that looks nice and clean now. See through the jet there and that one. Clean the bowl out. Make sure all these passages are clean. This can only go in one direction. You can see inside here, there's like a collar up on the left. It's a shorter section. A longer section goes there. Okay, some of these may have a little ring in there that has to line up for this to get through. This one does not. So pop that in place. When you put this bowl on, this little cutout needs to go where that cutout is. Do a little test here to make sure that the needle is sealing. I'm just going to use my mouth. So I should be able to blow air in. When I flip it upside down, I can't blow any air in. If I suck out, it catches. So that's sealing well. Make sure this gasket is here when we put it back together. This O-ring goes in like that. Then we have this little collar that pops in place. All right, so that's ready to go in. Let me drain some fuel. Make sure the fuel looks good. And check that there's no water in here. It's nice and clear. Smells good. That looks pretty good to me. Some of this dirt was already in here, but the fuel looks really good. You're gonna put these 2 screws on. When you put these on, be careful putting them in. You don't want to over tighten that because that'll strip. I usually kind of go backwards first, then forwards. Get it into its groove. All right, let's take this over to the machine, put it back on. Again, not sure why they had the governor zip tied, other than, you know, maybe it was because it was dirt in here, it wasn't getting enough fuel, which then if they block off the air flow, it'll kind of run, but, you know, that's not ideal. The engines aren't supposed to run like that. So let's put this back on. Let's see if this gets us to work. I'm going to clean out some of this debris real fast, and then we'll put it back together. All right, remember, this side goes in first with our O-ring. We're going to put the auto choke linkage on, and then we'll come over here and put our governor on. This is going to slide down underneath, and that'll pop in place like that. Double check everything's working. Okay, drop the fuel tank in place. And then we'll connect the fuel line. Put our hose clamp back in. We'll bring in the air box. This kind of goes in these little holes here, and bolts go there. Make sure that this is connected in the back of your crankcase vent. Okay. Get the 2 inner small 7mm bolts. Then the 2 outer 8mm machine bolts. And our flywheel cover. Then the 3 8mm shoulder bolts go in. Just going to set that on top for now, and I'm going to try to start it so in case I have to go back in, and then I'll tighten those bolts in and get a new air filter. So this should start up now. All right, sounds good. One of the complaints was, it said sometimes when it did get warm, it was starting to act up worse. So I'm going to put a new air filter in here. I'm going to button this up, set it outside, let it run. And then if it runs for a good 15 minutes solid, I know the coal is probably good. I know the gas tank would be venting, so there's no vapor lock, and then it's good to go. So I'll check back in about 15-20 minutes, and I'll let you know. All right, sounds pretty good. Let it run there for about 20 minutes. No problems. I'll probably start it a few more times before sending it on its way. But if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Appreciate the feedback. It helps the algorithm. It helps me grow my channel. You can check out some of my other videos over there. You can check out my channel there, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.